Oh, yeah,
Um,
record. Good job. Thank you.
I
Mm-hmm.
I got an age-appropriate haircut, so my hair is much shorter now, and you would see it, but my camera doesn't work. So maybe next time.
Well,
Um, Things are kind of quiet here, as you know, I don't live an exciting life anymore. But things are okay. We've had weather that is just crazy this year. Yesterday, parts of outside of the metro area, they had hail that was bigger than mothball. I mean, it was, God, some of them were just huge and got missed. We've had where the sky is just cool and then the clouds are just remarkable. And with, the black clouds and then the sun coming through and the white clouds. Reminds me as a kid when I used to lay on the ground and just watch the clouds. So I've been enjoying that this year. Simple pleasures, I guess, are good. Another one,
oh.
Oh,
Well,
lost another steward.
oh no.
Oh,
Here she
Yeah,
is.
she probably shouldn't walk
you're
anywhere.
back.
Are you back?
No,
Welcome
Look,
back, Lissa.
oh,
yeah, just activity.
unmute.
anyhow,
Interesting.
did you lose me?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
You're back.
Are you?
And it looks like you're muted, but we can actually hear you again.
Yeah, I think we
I didn't do anything.
Oh,
This is bizarre, but go ahead, keep carrying on. So, simple pleasures.
Oh, I lost you altogether. Anyway,
Mm-hmm. Can you
I
hear
can
us?
hear you.
Okay, well, go ahead and just talk to us.
All right. Yeah, we'll end with that. On to
Mm-mm.
somebody else.
Mm.
what
What
what did you say?
Yep, I can.
can you tell us
So
how you?
anyway,
Oh,
I'm hoping mom makes an appointment and we get her hearing aids worked.
mm, really frustrating. Okay.
I know what that's like. Becky's trying to get me to do that. I've been resisting.
Yeah, I think. Well, okay. Well, Scott, why don't you go next?
Okay, sorry. Okay, so getting hearing aid is coming up this summer. But anyway, but more on that
Wow.
later. More later, hopefully. Um, let's see, me. I don't have too much to say. I guess I guess we went to visit my sister last weekend for a couple days, so that was fun. As Becky mentioned, watched the World Cup game with Belgium with them, and let's see, that was fun. We actually went to the pool with their two daughters who are in fourth grade. I think that was the first time we like spent an hour in the pool with them, like
Fifth grade.
fifth grade.
They're
Excuse me.
going into sixth grade.
They're going into sixth grade. Sorry.
The
Are they
girls keep up that
twins?
better than you guys generally.
They I don't know. They can do what? Swim better? They
No,
can,
generally girls keep up better with these ages than the guys do.
oh, I see. Yes, yes.
Generally speaking.
That's why I keep Becky around to remind me what year it is and things like that. So I don't think we had ever actually done that. So that was, I mean, just hung out with them only, and just played with them for, an hour. So that was fun. I like that. So anyway, that's my update. That's my highlight of the week.
Okay, that's your highlight. Let's see. I have an upper respiratory infection that is really mild but won't go away. But I sound like Patricia Neal, you know. So yeah, we had a great time in Reno. We went. I know people probably aren't going to travel west much, but Mark Twain. We went to this place where Mark Twain was healed of his need for his cane. It's called David Wally's Hot Springs, about 40 miles west of Reno. and it's really charming. And it's natural hot springs that have been put into a series of hot tub pools that are kept clean. So it's not like you're, floating around in mud or gonna get dysentery. But anyway, we spent about 2 hours there with Scott's family, and literally I had no knee pain for 3 days after sitting in the pools for about 2 hours. They're full of magnesium, lithium, all the good stuff, and it has a slight sulfur smell. So then when we got home, I soaked in the hot tub, in the bathtub with a big pile of Epsom salts, like ridiculous amounts. And felt great. My knee felt great the next day. So it's just kind of an interesting, and it's a historical place. It's a charming town. It was just interesting that they had a plaque there that Mark Twain, what do you say, Scott? He arrived, spent a week there, and left his cane by the fireplace.
He left without his cane.
So
Apparently, that was a big quote in the local newspaper at the time, and
yeah.
Mhm.
So anyway, that was kind of fun. Just keep in mind Epsom salts are kind of not bad type of thing. So all is good here. I'm wrapping up some video projects for the media center and where I used to work now, kind of get some part-time work from, and I'm hoping. I think I've lost interest, so I'm not going to do that anymore. I think now that I'm retired, because Scott's still working, but I think I'm going to not, going to jump out of the video business finally, I think. I want to do other things. All right. So that's kind of my update, I guess, writing. I'm doing a lot of writing and trying to get my stuff, sending my stuff out, getting my rejections. I'm trying to get up the strength to maybe put something in the book club, sign up for a book club thing and have like a short story or a short piece that working on a short piece about the Robert E. Lee statue in Richmond and why, what it meant to me and what I learned that it came to mean and all that kind of crap. So working on that. So I might bring that to the book club. So that would be fun for me. And if you guys would be interested, that would be really helpful.
It sounds interesting. Yes.
Thank you, Polly. Well, yes, Polly, how about we go to you? Let's
Oh,
hopscotch to you.
I was thinking about your theme for the day, but I hadn't thought about any kind of update on myself. I mean, it's nothing new here, but we are having a beautiful day today. We've been very lucky with our weather for the most part. It hasn't been too hot. We've had some nice cooling breezes in the evening, regardless. I don't want to speak too soon. What is so rare is a day in June. So I'm just really enjoying it. Went out for a walk before this, and it's just one of those impossibly beautiful, perfect days. A bit breezy, but that's nice. You're not going to get all sweaty going out and moving around in it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you all.
Yeah.
However
Great.
many we have. So, Will, do you want to go next?
Sure, I'll go next. Pleasantly surprised to hear from Ralph Gatan last week, my old college classmate. His brother Phil was my roommate freshman year, and then Ralph's a year younger, and he started at Clarkson the year after. So we wound up graduating at the same time because I, took 2 junior years, so to speak. So Ralph and his wife Abby are coming east from where they live in Colorado. Ralph actually attended our wedding, and that's the last time we saw each other.
Wow.
So they're going to be visiting relatives in Albany, New York, and Springfield, Massachusetts, and he says I just couldn't resist a side trip to Maine. So they're coming up here, and we're going to get together with them, and then they're going to go on to Acadia National Park for a few days, and we'll be seeing them this coming Friday. And he wants to go to the Portland Headlight at Fort Williams Park. So we haven't been there for several years ourselves, and not since they started charging admission. And hasn't kept us from going there, but we've been to Fort Williams a number of times. It's always fun.
Why would you do
Beautiful place.
a tourist thing if you don't have guests,
Yeah, really. Yeah, been there, done that. So that's one item, is Ralph and his wife are coming, and I'm looking forward to seeing them. I'm also drafting a bill for next year's legislature to upgrade the lower Penobscot River. It's called direct legislation rather than going through the Department of Environmental Protection. And we're just going to go for it. We're going to get a lot of support, and we're going to convince the legislature that they should pay no attention to what DEP tells them about the Penobscot River, and read the Clean Water Act and listen to our plea and approve it. So it's going to be a slog, but I've been working on this since 2009, and it's been time for some time. And DEP just doesn't interpret the Clean Water Act the way that Ed Muskie wrote it. So the last thing I'll give you is that a peaceable kingdom continues to be alive and well in our yard, in our large, sprawling, sunny, often yard. The goose count is up to, at one point, we were up to 30 goslings and about 10 adults. And 4 goslings have been lost since then.
Mm.
And Rebecca figured out that one of the families, it's got a mother only. It's really odd because all these Canada goose families, have both parents present at all times. And there was this one family of 7 goslings that's now a family of 5 goslings. And Rebecca realized that there was something different about, and it was a single parent, just the mother. And Rebecca realized there's something different about the way this goose looks. And so she researched it. And it's not a Canada goose at all, although it looks very much like one. There are some distinct differences. It's a gray goose that mated with a swan goose, I think she said.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually a different breed, but they all hang out. And the ducks, the mallards and the wood ducks, they love the geese because if the geese are sitting around the lawn, because they'll come into the yard and they'll eat stuff in the yard, and they'll eat coarse cracked corn that I throw out for them. And then they'll just roost. They'll just hang around much of the day, just spread out over the lawn. And the ducks are all a lot more skittish than the geese are. They're smaller, can't take care of themselves as well. And so when the geese are in the lawn, the ducks just love it because they feel like they've got protection.
Mm.
So at any given time of the day, we might have 50 to 60 waterfowl
Wow.
roosting and moving about in our lawn. So those are 3 highlights. And let's go to Lucy.
Okay. So I think since I saw you all last, we're doing okay. I think we were in the middle of, well, we ended up with 2.5 months and 22 medical appointments between us, and we survived. We made it. We got through it. Thank you. Yeah, it's just amazing how they all converged at that particular time. It's all good news follow-up kind of things that need to be checked, and the big thing with Arthur is the constipation is still a problem, but he finally agreed to ask and got the referral for a nutritionist. Now you have to pay for a nutritionist. Medicare doesn't pay, if you're wondering. You get the first consultation, and then he's going to see a physician who is an expert in Parkinson's disease to see if they have some more input. So that's good. His energy is pretty low. So the food stuff, it's just difficult for him. So we've had a really hard time, but like I said, we've gotten through it and we're managing it. His spirits are quite good, and I admire how he deals with this. It's just so difficult. He'll be 90 in December.
Wow.
Yeah. We look at each other and say, how do we get here how do we get to this point in your life and my life too? It just feels like I think we all feel at times how time has just gone. It's gone. And here he is, almost 90 years old. He walked yesterday and did all right with it. It gets too hot, so he has to watch that. And I think we're going to end up getting portable, a homebound treadmill for him when it's just too hot or it's just too rainy. Um, a that's I think that's pretty much my big news since I saw you is that the church choir is saying a Hyde Mass, which was a bear, and it was so difficult, and I didn't realize till about 2 weeks before the performance that I didn't know this as well as I needed to. So I decided I wasn't bailing out, and I spent about 2 or 3 hours a day learning the most difficult cantata I think I've ever sung, and I've sung a lot of difficult cantatas, and it was well received. And I was really feeling good about myself for sticking in there. I missed 2 notes and got right back in. Didn't lose the rhythm, didn't lose the run. So I think that's us for now. Uh Dunes.
Okay, well, things are good here. The big news here is that Eileen had a total knee replacement on her right knee on May 6th and has been going to physical therapy. And I'm her coach, and we've gradually increased the daily exercises. We're up to 25
Wow.
exercises. You can't read them all, but a lot of them are small, some of them are bigger. But we take Sundays off, and we take any day she has PT, we take off. And if we have other extenuating circumstances, but she's real good about it. We bought a stationary bike, same one that Bill bought. It works very well. And we bought the requisite ice machine, which looks like a small cooler, but it's got a reservoir of ice water that it pumps through a pad. I may have told you all this, I don't know, through a pad that chills the knee real fast. So that's dominating our life, which is fine. I'm helping a neighbor has a porch in the back of her Greek revival house that, due to renovation by one of the former people who gutted the dependency, aka slave quarters, turned into one big room, which made a couple of windows inaccessible and made the porch inaccessible, outdoor porch. So she wanted to take it down, and we had to go to the Commission for Architectural Review. And I know her, she's a fine artist, and I get to store my lawnmower over there. And to keep that position, I'm helping her because this isn't really her bag. So I went to the Library of Virginia, found the Sanborn insurance maps from 1905, which have an aerial, a drawing of the neighborhood, and it proved in the 1905 version that there was no porch on that dependency. It was added later, hence it's not historic. Hence we got a certificate of approval to take it down. She got a $16,000 estimate from one group, and then I remembered that the local woman, Sydney Cooley, bought her dad's business, and he was in the business of storing houses. So we're contracting with Sydney for about 12,000, and Eileen and I are going to help pay for it. Anyway, that's what we're doing. So we're working on that, and we've got a contract about to sign, and so that'll be nice. Otherwise, we're fine. Otherwise, our health is fine, and Eileen's having some, not regret, but she didn't realize that our summer is going to be curtailed. Our travel is going to be curtailed for the recovery. So she wishes she had it done in the wintertime. But anyway, so that's it. That's pretty much it for us.
Tom, why are you? I mean, you're such a generous, loving person. This woman, you helping to pay for the restoration or removal of this porch
Yeah.
to kind of help her out? Really?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. I thought I misheard, That's so
No,
nice.
she's an artist, and she bought this beautiful Greek revival that she had done nothing but pour money into.
Yeah, got it. That's so nice. Okay.
And
Hmm.
it's important enough to me to one, help her not regret her purchase, and two, store my mower over there. It seems like a small thing, but I just couldn't stand having that mower in my backyard. I got a small
Yeah,
backyard.
there's no place to
Every
put
Oh, I
it.
square
know. Yeah.
every square foot counts, and I don't want a lawnmower back there.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, so we're going to then she's going to put up some kind of a shed.
Yeah. Symbiosis,
So
baby. That's nice.
yeah,
Okay.
we're just going to go 50-50 on it. It's all right.
I love you, Tom. I just
She's
like you're so
she's
generous.
a fine person.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
anyway,
All right. Well, okay. So I guess that's the updates. Lissa.
Dunes, I
Yeah.
just wanted to say,
Oh,
loved
yeah.
hearing you talk about what's going on, and glad Eileen's coming along with her knee.
Yeah.
And the story you just told is extraordinary, and I've known you long enough to not be surprised by it. Love
Yeah.
you, man.
Yeah.
oh,
I like
thanks. I do remember a story about Ralph, and it's true the same Ralph that I knew. And as I understand it, Ralph was always one of the more conservative, didn't want to take risks for things. And I was up there with Dickie Waddell and Dickie Waddell's van. And so we are going to give Ralph a ride home from upstate New York. So we all start driving down the road in the van. And the first thing Ralph says is, let's cruise for beers.
Well, you got to consider the crowd he hung out with.
That was fun. Yeah.
That's a good story.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess getting back to Ralph, the Acadia Park, I think Tommy and his four male cousins, Sheila's grown sons, are going to be at Acadia next a week from this Friday for the weekend, for a long weekend. Isn't that interesting? Is
That
Ralph
is
going to
interesting.
camp there? Do you know if
I
they're going to?
doubt it.
Yeah, they're just
And
going to
I
go.
mean, I don't even know what the camping opportunities are there.
Yeah.
Severely limited. I imagine as national parks go, it's extremely small, and
Hmm.
yet it is the sixth most populous national park in terms of attendance every
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
And they keep up at Bar Harbor. They keep trying to keep up with the times, and they've got they've got it set up now that you can't drive your car in there. You've got to take a bus in, and because it's just so freaking crowded
Hmm.
in the summertime.
Well, yeah.
Well, our Shenandoah National Park is something above 1 million visitors. The Appalachian Trail goes through, and there is a norovirus outbreak on the Appalachian Trail.
You gotta
Oh
No.
my
kid me.
my
That's
God.
that's a mess.
How does
Yeah.
that happen? My gosh.
Well, they have the cabins, periodic cabins, and people touch stuff. All you got to do is touch that little directional marker. Somebody comes behind you and does the same thing, and boom, they're sick.
Gosh,
It's
that's
crazy.
modern times. Oh wow, here's Kate Stewart. Oh my gosh, Kate, can you hear us? Wow. Woo!
Yay.
There she is.
Well, Kate, why don't you guys give us your update? Because we just kind of there's just a small party today, just like five or six of us.
Well, I'm actually coming to my mom's house
Oh,
for Monday or go see him
mm,
first.
yeah,
I'm sorry for being a little bit. We have terrible service in Vermont, so I didn't have cell phone service for the first half an hour.
yeah.
And other than that, life is going pretty well. I'm getting ready for some vacation plans in July, but work is really busy and doing some house projects. It's like pretty standard.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Should we ask her to turn her video off?
That sounds great. You're breaking up a bunch, but we kind of heard most of what you said.
Okay, I'm gonna turn off my camera and see if that helps.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Now talk some more, Kate. Let's hear you. Let's hear you now.
Is it helping any at all, or am I still breaking up?
That's better.
I think it's better. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
tell us about Karen's birthday and this cake and everything. I mean,
Oh yeah.
because
So
Lissa told
yeah,
us a little bit.
Kind of famous chocolate cake that she makes, which is I think it's a devil's food cake. And my dad used to frost them and it was a gorgeous cake, but I think that's what we're having. And I'm not sure what we're having for lunch, but it should be.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
only need cake.
Yeah. Oh. Ah.
Yeah,
Well. Okay.
Okay, I think we lost you totally, but you're going to eat cake for lunch. That's what I got.
yes.
The
Long story
recipe.
short, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe the recipe could be something that I don't know, do y'all hoard your recipes and don't share? Because Lucy and I love us some devil food cake.
Well, I can ask my mom. I bet she'd be willing to share.
But if not, that's fine. You know, I think we think my dad went to his grave with his oatmeal cookie recipe, don't we, Tom?
Oh,
Don't we,
Yeah.
Lucy?
Bill
Bill
has it.
has it. Yeah, Bill has it back.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It,
I think so.
Okay. Well,
okay, I'll get that out. I'm gonna get that recipe because the one he gave me, no worky. No.
Well, that's what chefs do. They always hold back one ingredient that differentiates them from the rest.
Yeah.
So let's see, shall we go with our theme, our summer updates? And we'll see if we can get, maybe Kate will be closer to civilization or something. I don't know. Hey, Lissa Stewart, do you have a crystallized summer memory?
Yes, I do. I had to think about it last night, but one summer I went to Florida and worked. I lived in the Allison Hotel and I worked at the Monte Carlo Hotel, and this was in Miami Beach.
Wow.
And um, I was in high school and my job was hanging out at a pool all day and watching kids.
Cool.
And so I spent the summer there, and it was during one of the national, all the hanging out was at the Fontainebleau Hotel, which was down the road. But my version of what a convention was a bunch of drunk people. They were staying in the hotel I worked at. The hotel I lived in was more, there was a lot of Stewart airline people stay there and stuff. It wasn't quite as fancy. And the hotel that I worked at, with all sorts of people there. And so, but at towards the end of the summer,
Mm, yeah. Well,
Well,
Lissa, we're not catching you anymore, baby. Well,
you still there, Lissa?
no,
No.
okay. She's coming. Okay, we'll see.
Zoom's bringing her back.
We have got to Tom, you've got to fly out there and do something about this internet.
Yeah, sure.
Next time you go, I swear. Because you're going to go, aren't you?
we'll fund your trip.
Anyway, Lissa, we missed a lot of what happened after the drunks at the convention. But it sounds like
am I back?
You're
you're
back.
back. But
Yeah.
the drunks
Oh,
at
am
the
I back?
Yes, you are back. Can you hear us? Okay. Well,
So anyway,
yeah.
it was fun, and yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Sorry, Beck.
Ay, ay, ay.
Every day the lifeguard What is the white stuff that you put on for not getting sunburn? He,
Zinc,
but I got to hang.
Sunscreen.
zinc sunscreen.
Zinc oxide.
Yeah, zinc oxide.
Well, I think we're gonna have to.
We'll have to pick up.
She's gonna have to send her memory in. This is really ridiculous. Lissa, poor baby. Your internet keeps going in and out. Oh.
That was here. Yeah, I'm gonna call. Go on to somebody else.
Okay, but Lissa, what?
So you can phone into these meetings.
Yeah, Lissa, did you want to try to just phone in? Is there a number that? Well, we'll figure it out. Scott, we're going to send a telephone number out.
Should be on.
Okay. All right. Well, let's bounce to somebody else. How about you, Will? Do you have a crystalline summer
Yeah,
memory?
I'm trying to find
Oh,
find somebody else to talk to.
okay. And Scott's going to send you the telephone number, Lissa. Okay. I can text it to you.
No, I have it. I just was looking at email. I mean, I was looking at text messages. So anyhow, I will call in a minute.
Okay. Thank you. All right, Willie.
Well, I feel like I might be the first one to say this of several of us, going up the dirt road in Ossipee, turning right onto 171, banging that hard left turn, going past Cow Farm, turning into the dirt road up Briarley Hill. I mean, that's it.
Not going to tell the chapstick story?
I'll let Dunes tell that one.
I don't remember the chopstick story offhand.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yes,
I
you
actually,
do.
well, actually, it's the Mount Chikaroa story of you and Lucy and me, and all three of us are here.
I thought you said chopsticks. No, the chapsticks. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She wanted everything in your pockets, didn't she?
Clean me out.
Well, if we have time, we will come back and hear the chapstick story, unless you want to tell that as your crystalline story, Tom. But Willie, I think everybody here, even Scott, who's been to Ospey, can probably relate.
Yeah, I've been up that road a couple times.
Hmm? Yeah. All right, Willie, you want to hopscotch to somebody, or what is it, ping pong?
Sure, let's go to Dunes.
Yeah, well, mine's a little bit more extended than that. I mean, certainly Ossipee is the top of the list. That's like when Playboy had a survey of the biggest party schools in the nation, and UVA did not appear. And then a footnote it said UVA was excluded because they're just so far more drunk than anybody else. They didn't even put them in the survey. So it was UVA and everybody else. So it's Ossipee and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we had a delayed honeymoon and went to Canada and to drive across the Canadian Rockies. And flew into Calgary, started driving across the plains, and suddenly, man, this mountain showed up. Just couldn't believe it. I said, stop the car, pull over. So she pulls over, and I get my camera out and I take a picture because this is the biggest mountain we're going to see. That's it, you know. So we drive along and then go over that mountain range, and there's a higher mountain, and I pull over. This is the biggest mountain we're going to see. I'm taking a picture of it. So I took a picture of that. It happened at least one more time. We really had a great time. We went to Jasper, took a cable car ride up to the mountain, then walked down. I was amazed that they had no safety fences. I mean, you were free to fall and break your neck anytime you wanted to. And we see the little marmots, these rodents that live up there. They're cute to look at. And we went to Banff and Lake Louise, beautiful scenery.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I think it's
Been there,
called
right?
Glacier Lake that has 5 mountains lined up along the side of it with the moraine down below them. That was beautiful. So it was really great. And we got to Vancouver, and now this is the first time that I have ever stayed in hotels day after day and paid for food meal after meal. And I advocated for 2 meals a day. Uh, that didn't go over so well. And I finally got used to, you know, my dad. You know how dad was about restaurants, but I finally
How was he about
he
restaurants?
couldn't stand he couldn't stand restaurants. I mean, he looked at a piece of look at $2 worth of food and he's paying $20 for it. It's just
Yeah.
he just the poor guy. Is always behind the 8 ball on
Yeah.
not because of himself, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so we went to Vancouver and we went to the Seven Seas restaurant, Asian restaurant, and ordered a hot pot. And the hot pot came and it had the cover on it. And there was this octopus leg sticking out of the pot like it was alive and trying to get out. We thought that was the funniest thing that we had seen in the longest time. I don't know why, but we laughed and laughed at that thing. And we took a ferry over to Victoria, which is beautiful. Had high tea at a tea house, and went to some beautiful gardens where they had a garden clock, in which all the numbers were flowers. It's beautiful. So it was great, great stuff. Then somehow we got home. We didn't drive back. We flew out of there. So that really was a great trip. And of course, our trip to Hong Kong doesn't really. It's another thing that just goes almost without saying what a great experience that was for us to. I think it really helped build our family. Really coalesced us. That was great. So that's my vacation story.
Oh, let me just, I want to let Lissa, I see you got on by telephone, and just to let you know, you're muted and it's *6 to unmute. You have to hit *6 on your phone, in case you don't happen to know that. All right.
Okay.
So who's next?
Tom, who's next, baby?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Lisa, can you hear us better now? And can we hear you?
Yeah, I heard you before. I guess I unmuted you.
Yeah, great.
Oh, I know. Okay, I'm on the phone.
Great.
I muted the computer because no, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, it's working. Seems to be working.
Well, do you want to finish up the drunk conventioneers? Anything after the drunk conventioneers? I think that's where we left off.
No, just over the summer, it was really fun to be on my own and live in a hotel. And towards the end of the summer, I could swim with my head underwater with a kid on my back, the length of a Olympic-sized pool, and not take any breath. So I came
Wow.
home in pretty good shape.
Wow.
And it was fun. Most of the people that were staying at the hotel were from New York, and they would, offer to take me places and do things. And I met some really nice people, and it was hard when some of them left. I did have my, some favorites, and overall it was a good experience.
Wow. Now, did you get the job because your dad was in hospitality? I mean, how does a kid from like Minnesota or
Okay,
wherever?
I was lined up to be a summer girl in Spain from a family that worked at Cargo, which is a local company here. And that fell apart at the last minute.
Oh,
And so I was, so then I think we put in an ad in New York. So, and my parents didn't like the responses I was getting. And so then, somebody my dad used to work with, and I knew, from Israel, he worked in these hotels.
great.
So I lived
Yeah.
on the same floor he did. And so they hired me. I got $50 a week, and they hired me. And then coming home, that was before, cell phones and all that stuff. And I kept having to call home and ask for somebody, and they didn't live there. So that was the sign that I didn't get on the plane, because I was flying student standby, and those damn Vietnam vets kept getting my place. And so I was in the airport for hours and hours and hours, missing the planes. And so I finally, got home, but it was a long time at Atlanta airport.
Interesting.
But overall, it was a good experience, and it took, the whole summer. And overall, it was it was fun.
Sounds like
I enjoyed it.
Sounds divine. Sounds divine. Okay, well, great. I'm glad we got to finish up and hear you. And I think the phone, excellent option for you. All right.
Yeah, I don't know why it says that my camera is not connected. And it's like, I don't understand that. My camera's in the computer. So I got nothing as far as smartness.
Okay. All right. That's good though. We're glad you made it. Okay, let's go ahead. Listen, so we've heard from Tom and Willie. There's Lucy, Mary, Polly, Becky, and Scott, and Kate left. Why don't you popcorn to somebody for a summer memory?
Why don't we do Scott?
Okay, me. Let's see. So as a child, my sister and I, we actually we never went on vacations. We would go to visit some family members occasionally, or otherwise to sit around the house in the summer and mow the lawn or whatever was going on. And however, one year we took this elaborate 5-week vacation to Nantucket Island, which is like 40 miles off the coast in the Boston area. And we went out there. I don't know how it happened or what the thing was, but there must have been a special deal on rentals or something. And as a family, we went there. My father could only had a couple of weeks off, so he traveled back and forth. But the rest of us were there. And I choose to remember all the good things right now. I mean, obviously 5 weeks with your family on anyway, we had it was Nantucket, the main city was fun. You're going to see the Chanticleer singers, and I remember seeing Moby Dick in a theater, with fold-up chairs, just kind of on the wall with, the poor production quality, but watching that. But we had a rental out on the far end of the island at Sconset, and we would occasionally have to drive back and forth. I remember one night driving back, and I said, "Oh my God!" I saw somebody hitchhiking on this long road, and I recognized him as one of my school people I was in high school with. This would have been summer after 11th grade, maybe. A friend of mine looked just like Bob Weeks. I said, "That's got to be him." But my parents, of course, wouldn't stop. You're not going to pick up hitchhikers, and we were in a hurry. Who knows what? But so I was going to check with him, back in school, and in senior year. Of course, he dropped out of school and wasn't in school in senior year. I never saw him again. However, a few weeks ago, when I went to my 50th reunion, he wouldn't have been an official alumni, but we had an unofficial party the night before, and he was there, because we all the people who came and went and whatever the hangers on all came to that party. So we talked, and I said, there's one thing I always wanted to ask you. And I told him about passing a hitchhiker on that back then. And he said, "Well, I don't know, but my family's had property there since 1840. So I think it was him, and it wouldn't have been nice to have stopped and catch up at that moment. But anyway, I got closure 50 years later. So that turns out to be a memory that stuck with me that I never got sorted until a month ago. So that's my offering for a crystalline memory.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Pick somebody.
Let's see. Lucy, how about you?
You're muted.
Muted.
Every summer I went to church-related camps. I went to Virginia Beach for a week, and it was around girls and really making sure that we understand our faith and experience of God and what the Bible teaches. So it was fun in a sense that it wasn't really heavy-handed as you would think it would be because it's a church camp. We went swimming every day and softball. I broke one thumb one year and another thumb the next year playing softball. But it was always worth it to me because it meant that I really played hard at those games. And then later in the summer, before Ossipee, I went to a church camp up in the mountains of Virginia. I went, I don't know how many years I went. I mean, I started pretty young because I was singing choirs practically since I was walking. And so I was able to go to this, and it was a great experience because they're, people from all over the place, and you're working on the same hard pieces together to sing at the end of the week. And then I remember the feeling of, for me, for both those camps, the excitement of getting ready for them and then getting in the car and then anticipating the trip, not that far, clearly in Virginia, both camps in Virginia. But then it's the packing everything. So we leave at about 11 at night for Ossipee and anticipating that and just looking at the scenery going by and knowing that we were going to be up at the hill, with our family. And then as Will described, those turns, and you just can't wait to get up the hill. So those were the best of my summer and experiences. And I think certainly all of us on the hill, all the years and all the experiences we shared, and how grateful I am for all our family experiences together.
Yeah.
Can I ask, was the camp by any means Eagle Eyrie?
Yes.
Is that the camp?
How do you remember Eagle Eyrie, Will? Yeah, it was Eagle Eyrie.
Ah,
Well, Bill and Tom went there too, right?
And me
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And I remember hearing about it when we were pretty young, and what
Okay.
came across to us as Eagle Eye. I
Right.
didn't know what that
As-
meant.
as
Later
soon
I
as you said
realized.
as soon as you said it was a camp up in the mountains, I'm like,
Yeah.
aha.
Yeah, that same
That's
camp.
excellent.
Yeah, we went different because of different ages. We didn't go wasn't the same age group or
Yeah.
choir. So,
Yeah.
well, the choirs were an age range. Anyway, you don't need, I don't get lost in the weeds there. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
great memories.
Should we bring Kate in?
If she's there.
Hey, Kate, I think we got your text message that you're just about at your destination. Do you have a quick summer memory to share?
Yeah, I do. We're just about there, but
Girl,
I
let's go.
remember my grandmother and grandfather used to have a camp on this like tiny little lake up in Essex County, Vermont, near New Hampshire. And we were up there. It was already like a pretty sparse camp. It wasn't like a fancy lake house, I guess. It was a pretty rustic cabin, but I remember there was this huge storm once and the power went off for a few days, and I was with my cousins and my aunt and uncle were there too. And it was such a vivid memory because my grandmother and my aunt were teachers and they were just great with kids. And I think instead of being really grumpy that the power was out and it just was like the most fun few days that I remember having because we didn't have there was no TV, there was no radio, and we were kind of pretended like we were in the quote unquote olden times. So we had kerosene lamps, and it was just such a really fun time that we were all really present together. And I think with different people it could have been a miserable few days just not having any fans or having to like figure out food because the refrigerator wasn't working, but it just felt like such a little adventure that we were on together, and I remember it strangely fondly. So that's the first one that popped out to me. But thanks for letting me join a little bit harried today. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend.
Yeah. And then, well, I mean, have Darcy send her summer memory in an email.
Okay, I will.
Okay. All right. Well, have a great birthday with Kieran, and have a piece of cake for me, and
Happy birthday.
happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
tell him. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Okay. Love
Thank you,
you.
Kate.
Talk to you
Bye.
soon. Right. Nice. All right. Let's see. Well, how about you, Polly? You got a memory?
Well, it seemed like your original email was asking for something specific. So
Yeah. I mean, if you
I was
have something
thinking-
specific, yeah.
So I tried to think of something specific, and what came to mind was the year, I guess Uncle John must have been turning 73, and we had a party for him. And we put on a kind of a program for the party. And Bill sang New England Bound with his guitar. And we had, I don't know, maybe some skits and stuff. And I had made up a song to the tune of the Beverly Hillbillies theme
Oh,
about
yeah.
Uncle
Remember.
John and his push-pull relationship with his summer visitors. So I always had a lot of fun with that and remembered very fondly.
Yeah.
I think some of you were there, yes.
I would, yeah, those lyrics were really clever.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I hadn't
can't
thought about
remember
that
all of
song.
them, and I'm sure I have them, that they're probably embedded in some dead computer. But I probably
Yeah.
have a printout of them somewhere. I just don't know where it is, like
If
so many things in this house.
whoever finds it,
I think I sang Bad Man's Blunder as that skit
that's
in the
right.
Kingston
Who
Trio.
does? Who has it?
No, Tom, go ahead, Tom.
I think my participation was to sing Bad Man's Blunder.
Yes, yes. Oh, I meant to include that, right. And we could change the lyrics a little bit. Say the
Yeah.
judge was an old man, 73.
Too
So
old.
too old. And
Entirely too
73,
old.
heck, I'm older than that now myself.
I think I sang backup with you, Dunes.
Yeah,
Did I
yeah.
sing? I don't
I don't
remember.
know. I don't know. I don't know, Lucy. You must have sung something like
I think it
Climb
was
Every
like
Mountain or
something.
something. You probably sang a beautiful song.
Oh, I want to say that I have completed my pass through the family papers, and I'm putting them up on the Google Drive, pictures and stuff that I selected. I'm shipping everything else out to Becky and Lucy, but I will send you links to this Google Drive. And
Okay.
all you need is a Google ID. If you don't have a Gmail account, you don't have to create one. Just create a Google ID. You don't even have to, doesn't, you don't have to use it for anything else. But if you I'd repeat myself, create a Google ID and you'll get access to my whole big Sonya's Family album with all the subfolders. And I should get that out in a week or so. I'm still testing to make sure that it works.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you for doing that, man.
Yeah, for sure.
James, thanks so much.
Yeah, I left out a lot more than I included, but I picked some stuff that I thought was very interesting. So,
And then the stuff you're sending to me, I just need to, you haven't really gone through. It's virgin material-ish
no, I've
or
gone through it. I've gone through
okay.
it.
Okay. You just
You'll
couldn't
notice that because it's kind of hodgepodge. And the only thing I did not go through was Mary's appearing a complete collection of Uncle Bill correspondence.
okay, with
I
Mary.
I just couldn't
Okay.
face that.
Well, I'll go through that and then it's fine. Okay, so all right. Well, I have a summer memory and it has to do with ossipee, but it's very specific. Rusty would go, everyone knows my best friend was Rusty, and she entertained me because I was the baby and I had nobody was born to play with me. Had nobody to play with me. It was all about me being sad and lonely. So my parents we got to bring Rusty up. And of course, Rusty was fantastic. Anyone who remembers her. So we were that, what we did was let's sunbathe and, get future skin cancer, but let's sunbathe while reading at Duncan Lake or on the lawn. And I remember there was this one summer where we were, and you grab books from any of the bookshelves in Ossipee. So I was reading Gone with the Wind, some really old paperback, and she was reading a Daphne du Maurier novel. She got totally into Daphne du Maurier and just devoured all of her books. So we were at Duncan Lake sunbathing on our tummies in our, scanty bikinis. Nothing like they have now, though. And, probably getting, stage 4 skin cancer or something. But uh, you know how you have your bathing suit, we ladies unstrap the back so you don't get a tan line. So we're there doing our thing, reading side by side, and the wind picks up, and the pages of Gone with the Wind start flying out of this
Oh
old
no.
paperback. And we're like, so, oh my gosh. And we're both like getting our bathing suits on, and then we're going all up and down like the bullfrogs and everything, getting pages and pages of Gone with the Wind. And then at some point, Vicky goes, Rusty said, oh my God, Vicky, your book was Gone with the Wind. Then we started laughing so hard. We started to we lost it. And I mean, people are looking at us like we're crazy. But we got to laughing so hard. I just think I probably had to rush either rush up to go to the pit toilets or rush into the water to pee because you know how it is when you start laughing so hard you can't control yourself. And boy, was that we would like look at each other for like 2 days and just start burst out laughing. But anyway, that those moments are like when you're in the moment, you're with people you love, doing something you love, and just having a really good time. You just you're never gonna, can't get better than that, really. So that was my really happy memory.
Oh,
So many.
that is not one of those you had to be there. That sounds super hilarious.
It was, we were like super, and then like strapping, you're trying to keep your boots from falling out, like running down it was so rocky and we're barefoot. It was just a mess. But we got all the pages and got them tucked back in. But I did finish the book that summer, but yeah, it was great. So there we go. There we go. Okay.
Well, I'm glad you got the book back together.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I would have had to like, what would I tell Libby?
I know.
You
I've
need their
never heard
book.
that story before.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where I don't know. It's
Love that
funny.
story.
Funny, funny. Let's see. So we're kind of early out of the gate. Lucy, are you still up for doing poetry?
Next week?
Next month
Yeah,
in
next month.
July?
Yeah.
So are you going to send out some poems for us to review in advance
Yeah.
and then we can
Yeah.
discuss them? Yeah.
I'll give them to you ahead of time.
Yeah, we can and then if you have like a format discussion, like an idea of how you want it to go, you can put that in the email. It's just
Okay.
so we have our expectations set.
I'll
Yeah.
get I'll get leadership from our resident writer who knows how to do all this.
No, no.
Did I miss anything about the Hearns? Is anything going on while they're not
Oh
here?
yeah.
Oh yeah, that email.
They're at
I'll
camp. They're going to camp.
They're
all
going
right,
to camp today.
okay,
Yeah.
I'll check. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I feel bad about that because I was like, okay, let's all meet and we're gonna 3 minutes each. And now we have like a skeleton crew. We could each take like 25 minutes, we could each take a lot of time, but all righty. Well, shall we break up? Should we break early? Oh, Lissa? Oh, who's that?
Listen.
Lissa, what do you want to say, girl?
Oh, I'm just happy that I got to spend one summer at the Ossipee gathering
Mm-hmm.
when I first met a lot of you.
I remember.
I remember that too.
You were super nice to me. That's what I really remember. And I was like a little annoying kid. I would just remember you
What
being
I
super
remember
nice.
is all the Will and everybody above and all the dads, my uncles, you would fight after dinner about the Vietnam War, and I was not used to hearing people yell like that, and you scared the shit out of me. Which is why I probably went away to hang out with Becky, because she wasn't going to talk about that kind of stuff.
Well, just remember, it ain't perfect, but it's the best damn system ever devised by man.
Right.
Thank you, Uncle John.
I'm just
That's great,
thankful
Will.
that Uncle John's not here to see what's going on now, because it would absolutely break his heart.
My
Yeah.
dad
Would.
too.
Breaks
dad.
all of our
Absolutely.
hearts. But
Yeah, our
when you've been
parents.
through World War II to get rid of fascism and to have it come home to roost, forget about it.
Oh. I remember, I guess
You're so
really
right.
you probably had and probably Uncle John was just loving those long curly locks of yours with the hippie headband.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember going up there wearing beads, love beads. John, man, John thought those love beads were, what is that?
Anyway, it was fun meeting you all, and it was a memorable summer for me because I did other stuff too. I got shipped out for the summer and spent time with Grandpa and Cindy, and then with Aunt Jean and Uncle Raj, and then with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. Yeah, you're a lovely
Yeah.
person.
Well, our seniors certainly argued and fought a lot, and they could each hold their own. Dad was pretty much the peacemaker, so to speak, trying to just kind of help.
Yeah, he was the gentle and Frank, Will's dad, Frank.
Yeah, Uncle Frank, yeah.
Yeah. So I liked your dad and that Frank because they were always so nice and calm and
Yeah.
I enjoyed spending time with them.
They were best friends,
Yeah, they really
best
were.
buddies.
Yeah, Uncle John was a bit of a hothead. I mean, always had
Yeah, I
been.
was afraid of Uncle John.
Oh,
Okay,
He just-
Katie was no mild. There's nothing mild about Katie.
yeah, she's so,
Katie
but
was always nice to me.
mhm.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
I enjoyed spending time with
Good.
Katie.
Katie
Yeah.
was
When I was
courageous.
Yes, she
when I
was.
was older and would go to in the 80s, I would go to Massachusetts a lot. And I remember going to Cambridge and hanging out with Katie, and she would walk around Cambridge and tell me stories. This, we'd be at Radcliffe. This used to be the doctor's house or the house. I snuck down the staircase and I watched your grandparents get married, even though I was supposed to be in bed. And I mean, she always had just the best stories, and it was fun to be with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I admire, upon reflection, how well all of our parents affected to get along. They did get along, but still, I had no idea how much potential conflict was going on under the surface. I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
it was just like smooth as ice, but underneath, there was all this stuff. Like when my Uncle John dumped the LaSalle in the back field. I mean, that was bad. But the folks managed to keep us all happy and loving each other, and
Yes, and feeling safe.
no wedges
Yeah.
safe, and no wedges were
Yeah.
driven in between us.
Yeah. I
But, you know,
agree.
as long
I
as
know a
men,
lot of families, they can't stand their cousins, and it's all because the parents
that's
couldn't stand each
terrible.
other. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
not us.
That's right.
Well,
As
I
long as
didn't really grow up a lot with you guys, but I enjoy that we have this connection now.
Yeah.
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 Great.
So
Well,
thank you.
Well, I'm looking forward to promoting more, visits and things. I mean, I shouldn't speak of this, but I know, Lissa, you're pretty much tied down there with your mom, and that's all good and well. And at some point, you won't be tied down with your mom. I think we've talked about, doing a little family reunion or something, but, that will happen when it happens. But I
Yeah,
hope I'll get to see you
I
in
would like to
person.
travel more, but
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, I'm not comfortable leaving the area with mom,
Mm-mm.
No.
and
No.
she's going to be 98 July 2nd.
Wow.
So
July 2nd?
she's
Yeah.
yeah,
Let's get our
she
birthday
has
cards in.
slowed down a lot, but she still, if she would get the stupid hearing aid stuff worked, it would be so much nicer. I took her on errands the other day, and it's just hard to communicate with her, but we got a lot of stuff done, and I dusted her fan in the bedroom and flipped the mattress, and so I'm doing stuff for her here and there. And I mean, she's a tough cookie, but I get out of the car, I unload the groceries, I do some stuff for her, I come outside, and she's in the driveway weeding some area that is stupid. She just can't stop but weed things, and it's like so many, weed closer to your house where it's pretty. What are you doing over here by the neighbor's garage? And stuff. So she's got a mind of her own. She enjoys weeding, so let her do it wherever she wants.
And
Yeah.
she loves getting cards and letters.
Yeah.
Okay.
She does. She does. She appreciates them. She enjoys them. And so, because I asked her to, well, don't do the video. Get on, use your caption call. And then she goes, well, the caption call, the writing doesn't work. It's like, oh, for God's sakes, Mom.
Yeah.
I think July 2 is Libby's birthday also.
Yeah,
That's right.
it is.
Oh, that's
It is.
cool. Well, let's send some cards and I don't know what it is about. I guess we'll be there. But this whole thing about being stubborn about the hearing aids, it sounds so familiar. I mean, Mom was always throwing her hearing aids around and Tom was always after her to keep the batteries or get them fixed or I don't know. Remember that, Tom? How much fun you had managing Mom and her hearing aids, baby.
Well,
I'm
now
grateful that Arthur did not resist hearing aids. The quality of life went suddenly up. He didn't realize how much he had lost.
Yeah.
that I've got
I'm
here,
getting used to wearing hearing aids now.
Good.
there are days when I'm by myself and I never put them in, but it does make a difference. I mean, and I definitely wear them when I'm out with people because, I don't have to say, can you say that again? I'm sorry. Speak up. So, it's just nice not to have to do that as much. Especially, I can't wait till I see Kate again because the last time we spent time together, I spent the whole time going, Katie, you got to talk louder. Katie, you got to talk louder. Katie, speak up. Katie, you got to talk louder.
So soft-spoken,
So
very soft-spoken.
it will
Yes.
be so nice not to have to do that to the poor kid.
Polly, were you
You
going
were
to say
trying-
something? Go ahead. Sorry, Willie, go. Go ahead, Willie.
Polly, you were trying to get in a minute ago and
Oh, me?
cut off about 3 times. Yeah.
I was just going to say now that I have hearing aids, I understand that whole thing because they are helpful, but sometimes you don't hear things as clearly somehow, especially in a scenario like this. I can't always understand every word that everybody says, even though I've got the sound turned up, and you can't turn it up too high or you get the so, I'm always being told to go back and have them adjusted, and I do that. But there just seem to be some things that are part of the experience. So for the most part, they're very helpful, and I can carry on normal conversations and talk on the phone, stuff like that. But I understand.
I've heard that.
Especially.
I've heard that from everybody I know who has their head.
I can only imagine
earphones.
that earlier technologies were worse.
I remember Grandma used to wear a vest and it had a pocket and it looked like she was wearing a transistor radio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that style, like, early technology. Okay.
Yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with these hearing aids. I can go in anytime I need. I just went in for a 4-month check and they clean it and they answer all my questions. And so overall, I'm learning to use them.
Yeah.
Happily.
Well, hopefully next month we'll report in that Scott and I have gotten our hearing checked or we're doing something like that because we're definitely in the realm of need a little assistance here. We have to be like, hi, how are you?
That's right.
So, okay.
And it's getting very close to having computer technology replace earphones with AirPods, basically. And that's about all I know about it. But I talked with an expert on the subject about a year ago, and his wife is responsible for testing all the baby's hearings in Maine or something like that. And so, because babies can be born, with hearing difficulties as well. But anyway, I got it from him that the old hearing aid industry is about to die a long death.
Wow.
There's a new. We have some friends that have hearing aids that you put them all the way in your ear and it's right up against your eardrum. So you can't, and you take them out like once a month to have it.
The battery switched out.
Yeah, switch out the battery.
Wow.
So they're like they can hear. Yeah, it's very weird. But of course, it's a little hard to go swimming with those.
You can't swim. You can't. They're called the Lyric. Have you guys seen those? They're really big. A lot of people have them, but you can't swim with them, and we have to swim every day.
But I mentioned that because those are guys are trying to push against the trend so that Apple doesn't just take over with their AirPods or something.
Well, check with your audiologist after you have your hearing tested because I was told to get the over-the-ear kind for my type of hearing loss. So I think it depends on the hearing loss you have too.
Good point. All right.
One of the things, can I just say one thing about this? One of the things that the audiologist told Arthur is that even if he's here by himself most of the day, the importance of putting your hearing aids in, even if you're by yourself, is important because the brain is used to, because it interprets everything, the brain is used to hearing sounds outside the window, the car going by, the wind, or whatever's going on in your house, the noise that you make when you make breakfast. The brain is used to interpreting that. And that's part of your auditory health.
Oh, who knew? Good to know. Well, this has actually been real. Been talking pro tips on hearing aids.
Yeah, and it's
We
this
hit those ages.
particularly demographic here.
Yeah, it's so charming.
I
So
just
let's,
have a technology related thought earlier that I wanted to share, and that is we don't need AI. We need for the systems we have now to work and to
yeah,
continue to work and not have these internet problems like we had earlier and have had before, and problems with hearing aids like are still ongoing and all that stuff. And it just kills me that instead of fixing what needs fixing,
yeah,
everything's being trashed and something new that's going to make somebody a big bucks in the short term is taking over.
right.
I don't like that.
You-
It's not
you-
sustainable. It's not reasonable.
I
That's
hope you guys all know that Erin Brockovich is vitally interested in AI and data centers. She's mapped out all the data centers in the country. She's making public appearances to talk about data centers and all the flaws in the whole process. And she's on this like stink on shit.
Wow.
Well, can I change the subject for a second?
Yeah, but I think it's good to know.
Are you guys enjoying all the stories and the memes about the reflecting pond?
Yeah.
I get such a kick out of the stuff I'm seeing, and talk about a waste of whatever, but oh my God.
I
It's
am
a
not
good laugh.
following
I mean,
it.
I understand the
Either.
paint. The paint is now peeling. That the hydrogen peroxide causes the paint to start peeling, so the
Oh,
paint
nice.
is coming off too. What a mess!
And did you
But it's
did
all,
you hear that?
It's all on Obama. It's his fault.
And did you hear that the company that got the contract to clean up the pool was a no bid contract, and this guy's an old crony of Trump's.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it just gets thicker and thicker
yeah.
anytime you dig into it.
Yeah, well, some of the memes, they had like a swamp Trump-like thing swimming through the water, and I don't know. I mean, I shouldn't find such joy in it, but it just makes me laugh.
some of it's really hysterical, and you don't even have to make anything up.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that's the sad part. I can't wait for the Trump era to end.
It might
I
not
think-
for a while.
One sign of hope, I think one sign of hope is just that things are getting through the courts in like a year. And in his first, I think it was in there, like after his first term, it would be like almost 4 years later after he got out that some things go through the courts and it's too late. It was taking a very long time to push through. But I think for the courts to actually function within a year is amazing.
Yeah,
People,
the courts are our best hope.
yeah.
Right
I
now.
remember that meme of Merrick Garland on the milk carton, missing in action. It's
No
like,
way.
have you seen this guy? Yeah, dragged ass because he was all caught up in procedure, and Trump is delay.
Yeah.
They're on to him now. I mean,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway. Well, okay, let's see. Let's do it again next month. And we'll send a link out for all those who couldn't make it, but really a fun session. Thank you for engaging in the summer memories.
Thanks, Beck.
Summer edition. Okay.
Thank
It
you.
was fun. Loved everybody.
Love you.
Bye.
See everybody soon.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You
Thanks.
too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.